Hey everyone, so I already made a video for you talking about how to identify natural intervals, and I want to show you a quick trick to take those natural intervals and then know how they translate when you get sharps and flats added on. So if I have a natural interval and this is perfect, if I add a sharp to the upper note, it's going to make it augmented. If I add a flat to the upper note, narrowing it by a half step, that'll make it a diminished interval. So if this is a perfect interval, that makes it augmented, that makes it diminished. Same thing with the bottom note. If I take the bottom note and I go up, making it a half step smaller, then that's going to become a diminished interval. Perfect. If I make the bottom note a half step lower, making it a half step bigger, then I'm going to have an augmented interval. So perfect, augmented, perfect, diminished, perfect, diminished, perfect, augmented. We aren't talking about them yet, but we even have perfect. Well, that's still going to be perfect if they both go in the same direction. Perfect, still perfect. Perfect, doubly augmented, perfect, doubly diminished. Okay, so that's for perfect intervals, which are fourths, fifths, octaves, and to some extent unisons. I'm not sure you're going to see a diminished unison. I'm not sure what we would call that. But anyway, so what if we have an interval that's minor? If we raise the top note with a sharp, then it's going to be major, minor, major, minor, diminished. If we go one half step smaller from a minor interval, it will be diminished. Also, if I move the lower note up, diminished, minor, major. If I move the bottom note down from minor and the top note up, then I'm raising it, then I'm expanding it by two half steps, and that minor will first become major and then augmented. So that would be, if this is a minor interval, this will be augmented. Okay? So you see my thumbs up are equivalent to sharps and my thumbs downs are equivalent to flats in this game. This is just a physical way that you can kind of look at it and go, okay, I know what this interval is with the natural interval. How does it change? You can even expand this. Okay, I didn't tell you about major intervals, so let's just do major intervals too. Major, augmented, major, augmented, major, minor, major, minor, major, diminished, because narrowing it by one half step makes it minor, and narrowing it by the next half step makes it diminished. And similarly, well, you get the point. I had another point, I've forgotten what it was, but that hopefully is a game that you can use to help you identify, using what you already know about natural intervals, to identify intervals that have sharps and flats. What I was going to point out was that you can also sometimes encounter double sharps and double flats. So if you're encountering double sharps, I mean, you can still play this game, right? You can go, so this is a major interval, add a sharp, well then it's going to become augmented. Add another sharp, add a double sharp, it'll be doubly augmented. That's, I think, not something that we're really delving into yet, neither double sharps nor doubly augmented intervals, but you can take what we already discussed and extrapolate from there. Hope that helps. See you soon.